Excuse me. You know what? Taking too long. Oh, screw you. There we go. Took me way too long.
Air pressure, seals, ship integrity, all good. Docking is complete. Good work, Captain.
You said the dig was 10K.
Do you require my assistance?
Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
Had my own affairs to deal with.
I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear?
Clear.
But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
It better really pisses off the UC that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
I love tours. Gift shop last this time, though, right? I want to stay focused.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. Alright, history time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
Oh, okay. Backstreet. No, money.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered.
Got
Hit
it.
up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the Key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
My
On
prices
the
may
right,
be high,
got
but
Bradley
these
from the Trade
goods
Authority.
ain't exactly easy to
I'm
find.
sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rake? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Alright.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
That's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Bet you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Dujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now?
Time to make those
The
credits.
perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
What kind of jobs?
Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
Ooh, peak performance. Do-do-do-do-do. Peak performance 0304. Found.
Where did your stellar rise to infamy begin?
In the streets of New Atlantis. No parents, no godparents. Just a homeless punk kid robbing whoever he could for the credits.
I got secret compartments on my ship
Were these
just in
violent
case.
crimes? Murders?
I'm the defendant. You even asked that question, Gail. Sure, a few people here and there walked away with injuries, but I'm not some kind of butcher.
That doesn't sound as heartless as your reputation would imply.
Well, like I said, I was just a kid.
Were you ever caught by the authorities in New Atlantis?
Oh, dozens of times. I'd just give them a fake name, or they just slap me on the wrist and send me on my way. They obviously didn't think that I'd amount to anything and didn't want to waste their time with rehabilitation.
What changed that? Was it the robbery in 2218?
2218. Oh, yeah. The Galbank archives. Very good, Gail. See, you've done your research. That would be when I rounded up a few of my buddies and we knocked the place over. Made off with a ton of credits. My first big score.
Is that why the Crimson Scar decided to bring you into their ranks?
That's right. They brought me in, taught me the ropes, and I did crimes for them for 5 years. Till I decided I wanted more. I got rid of their leader, put myself in his place, and started running the show. I've been the one in charge ever since.
Was it absolutely necessary to cut his throat and leave the body on a public street in the well?
On the street, reputation is everything. I wanted everyone in the city to know that Jasper Cricks was taking over. I think they got the message.
And I guess in a place where
grog
everything's...
is fine if you like cheap moonshine. Give me an Erdebrow lager and I'm good.
Jeez.
I
Sure
always thought
mess.
he-leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own terramorph.
Man, I get so tired of pirates on this station patting themselves on the back. I killed this.
What was that about?
We may not have official security on the key, but we're always looking out for traitors.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you'd ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to
simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you. In front of everyone. Do you understand?
I understand. You have my word.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm home?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
That didn't take long at all. Oh.
wrong area. Bunks range.
I've got bounties in every system. Idiots will never catch me.
Need to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
Hey, champ. I'm including this month's list of parts I need for the key. Don't bust a gut. It's hefty, but I know you can handle it. I'm gonna need a lot more than usual this time. I'm planning to overhaul the entire electrical system before it completely shorts out. Oh yeah, thanks for sending over the key's reactor specs. I can't tell you exactly why I needed those. Dell said to keep it hush-hush. As far as next month's shipment, start scrounging up some parts so I can spruce up our defensive batteries. They're looking kind of rusty. Well, I guess that's it for now. I'll have my people in New Atlantis drop off the payment at the spaceport. Just make sure you aren't being followed. We wouldn't want the UC to know they're providing replacement parts to the Crimson Fleet.
Where was the Aurora? Because I can sell that here.
We call UCC staff sharks, but wait, just wait.
No, I saw the Aurora somewhere.
What if we leave a few things here and make a second trip?
Thought there was more Aurora somewhere around here.
Looking to make a deal? What'll it be, friend? Buying? Selling? The Trade Authority takes anything and everything.
What's with the suit?
Well, a well-kept appearance gives the impression of a respectable establishment. The more respectable the place, the more credits people are willing to pay.
Just seeing what the depot has to offer.
Fleet's got an impressive commerce system. They even managed a legitimate doctor among their ranks. Business on the Key is like no other. It's the sole reason I'm here. For the credits.
Why does the Crimson Fleet allow the Trade Authority to be
It's
here?
the mutual benefit. The Trade Authority buys any goods of value. We don't care how you got it, only that we can profit from it. It's the fastest way to turn your hard-earned loot into legitimate credits, ready to spend. So, naturally, it made sense to establish a presence here. Why risk flying into New Atlantis or Aquila City when you can just do business here?
Credits are all you want, you'll fit right
Not
in.
everyone thinks so. I'm still Trade Authority, not a part of the fleet. There are a few, Neva included, that see me as an outsider. Regardless, as long as the fleet has goods to push, the Trade Authority will always maintain a presence on the Key.
Let's talk business.
Business it is.
So... No. Maybe. Sully's...
Your credits are always good at the Trade Authority.
Thank you, Bethesda's physics engine.
Too many missions, not enough time.
If you got any spare creds or just need to unload some junk, head to the depot.
Always listen to Delgado, unless you want to get keel-hauled across the Key.
checking.
Every captain here has earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet.
I heard Isla's sister is some hard.
So tell us about Jasper Cricks's version of
I
the
will
Crimson
get on their
Scar.
bad side.
All I can tell you is that under my guidance, the Crimson Scar became more influential than every other syndicate combined. Here I was, 22 years old, and I had power, people that followed my orders, and an endless stream of credits. Gale, I have to tell you, I was having the time of my life.
So you'd consider extortion, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, assault, and murder to be positive life influences?
No. I'd consider them as just means to an end. Those so-called crimes were merely stepping stones until I had enough wealth to buy the Crimson Scar a few spacecraft.
Yes, let's talk about that. It appears you weren't satisfied with terrorizing New Atlantis alone.
Oh, I've never stopped reaching, Gale. The amount of money we were making in New Atlantis was decent, but the really big scores were in space on the cargo ships. We're talking millions of credits, maybe more. Who the hell could count it all?
Most people assume this is when the UC decided to actively set up a task force to pursue the Crimson Scar.
That's correct. Those idiots in charge of the United Colonies were
Weapons
clearly
for all
embarrassed that they had
occasions.
allowed the Crimson Scar to make the jump into space. They sent ships after us. Lots of ships. I almost think that they enjoy starting the wars.
Perhaps this was the first time you had finally reached too far.
You could say that. I count my time running the Crimson Scar as a learning experience.
It's a real job any day.
I wouldn't say I reached too far. I'd say I reached too fast. Didn't cover all my bases. Made some stupid mistakes. One thing's for certain, though. When I was finally arrested and thrown into the lock, I had plenty to think about.
I want to punch him in the face.
You have something for me?
Got some health issues you need help with?
Always ask for a bigger cut. It's all about making those credits.
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons.
Samina can do more than patch you up. She's got a drugs of every kind. You know what I mean?
Come on, Barrett.
see any. If it's hard to find, we can talk about whatever you want. Don't miss me too much.
Well, let's see what we have now. I hope you're not long.
Did I grab a Grendel? I think I did. Rattler, Eon, Reach. Hold on. Laser, sight, Starfield. Okay, let's. I did it with a Kraken, Reach, Bridger. It's also possible that I did it with a Bridger, I guess.
You find anything of value, bring it here first.
Need something? This better be worth it. We're done here? Great.
You want to survive? I'm sure I got something to suit you. Stay safe out there.
Looking to make quick work of your enemy? Well, everyone.
What are you selling?
Take a look around, genius. But just in case I need to spell it out. Hey, if you want to port... I carry most of the standard hardware. You know, occasionally, I stock a few smuggled items. Basically the stuff SysDev doesn't want you to play with. Just don't screw me over or I'll be inclined to give you a free demo. With your head as the target.
Let me guess, trust issues.
We all have trust issues here. A little advice, Sadiqi? The fleet's trust can't be bought. You earn it. You bleed for the fleet bleeds for you. Pure and simple. Anyone who says otherwise is
I understand.
Well, that was surprisingly easy. Most people just glaze over and learn the hard way. Maybe there's more to you than I thought.
I'm interested in what you have for stock.
Just gotten a new shipment.
Alright, let's see. You have a Kraken. Ah. Oh my gosh. What? It's not chunks. You. Lager. Alpha. Liquid stems.
Need more weapons or ammo? Come see me.
If I had a Birion crest, I'd run my own city, like Birion. Except in
There we go.
you could do Aurora anywhere.
It was a Kraken.
I've got bounties in every system.
You don't make it in the plenty of mer. Done here? Fine by me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled system.
I don't trust Shield.
His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy.
About my last
I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Criggs. Good evening, Mr. Criggs.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then Graf jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Nothing like the
Frankly,
smell
I
of a
was a bit
dead
surprised to
shark
receive
after
any
you
type of
cook 'em
response
with
at all.
energy blast.
Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and
Hello,
deep space
Captain.
privateers?
So are we to assume that you're taking the leap? That Jasper Criggs is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gail. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
Alrighty.
In due time.
What's the plan, Captain?
No rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Well, well. Back for more, eh?
I'm not sure how I feel about a computer room and just being a computer room. I mean, I guess I could put the gun and thing over here. Zoom out. Harvest spaghetti.
Greetings, Captain.
If you need credits, hit up the mission.
As long as you put the fleet first.
Ah, you're a sir. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
Nice. Uh. What system am I in? I am the key. Corn tissue 04. In the Nova Bar, Keel Hauler, Revenant. I have a storm. Because of the past. Jessamine Griffin. And that's in the lock. Alright. Everyone after what Neva put me through, she better vouch for me.
If dealing with the Ragana was at the limit of your capabilities, then you have a serious problem on your hands. You are already in too deep to quit. And I can promise you, it only gets more difficult from here. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. fleet before yourself.
Got a boss?
Boss? Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
What's this code Neva's talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef.
We'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
What should I upgrade?
That last job didn't pan out. I need something bigger.
Let's catch up.
Always listen to Delgado, unless you want to get keel hauled across the key.
I hope Bug has...
So this is the key. I'm honestly impressed they managed to keep
I'd say we should try to blend in, but everyone's too drunk to notice us.
Hey, Dusty, if you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now. Then instead of dreaming
Are
about...
you looking to start something? 'Cause I'll finish it.
talk about something else. How did the Crimson Scar become the Crimson Fleet?
After I busted out of the lock, I decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple dozen ex-cons at my side. But I needed more, so I sent out the call. Once word got around, it didn't take long for freelance pirates from
The Knoll is always open for business.
to show up.
So is the fleet.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
to learn to feel the
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it nearly impossible to approach.
What was the UC's response to the situation?
First of all, UC Security gave up and handed the reins over to the big guns, the UC Navy. The Navy in turn sent ships to attack the key. I'd say there have been 3 major attacks over the last few years. And as you can tell by the fact we're having this interview, all the attacks were embarrassing failures.
Do you feel these embarrassing failures led them to form UC
They haven't caught us yet.
Absolutely. They've clearly given up and decided to shove the responsibility onto a separate division.
Grunt issue 04.
That way, up guy, the UC Navy can move forward. Proud and strong, while UC System continues to take on flames.
Ask Jazz about any ship.
All up PR spin for the
Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no personality.
Kinda disgusting, don't you think?
Sounds a bit like you're trying to deflect attention off the atrocities the Crimson Fleet commits on a daily basis.
Atrocities, huh? I'm out fighting the Freestar Collective over a bunch of rocks hanging in space.
For you?
How about thousands of people dying while a bunch of pencil-pushing bastards sit in a cushy office and draw lines on a star map? Maybe the United Colonies should stop the bullshit and take a hard look in the mirror to see who the monsters really are.
Smuggling makes a real job any day.
Stealing from your own is tolerated. That being said, it happens all the time. But so do the consequences.
I was wondering. The name's Fergus. Fergus Wickham. But you could call me Bog. Welcome to the last Nova.
Just found my new home away from home.
As long as you're buying, stay as long as you like. The last Nova never sleeps, so no last call here. Since it's your first time with us, I'm willing to make an exception to the rule and offer you my speciality on the house. 1 free bottle of Bog's Grog.
Sounds disgusting. I'll take it.
That's the spirit. I knew you'd be the adventurous type. And if you like it, you're in luck. Cheapest drink you can find. And guaranteed to drown those sorrows.
So what's in yours, Boxgrog?
Now that's a trade secret, mate. And a homegrown one at that. But nothing to worry about. I've been serving it up going on 20 years now. Only things that kill my customers are bullets and stupidity.
It's on the menu.
Yeah, we got the Bog's Grog. We'll see you next time.
Sharks are too scared to take.
We just have to blend in. Got a moment? Let's catch up.
UC'll never crush the fleet.
Get lost. I'm trying to get ready for the job. You should do the same.
Anything ship-related, you're at the right place. So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook.
Indeed.
Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
I hope the fleet has a wider variety than the UC and Freestar Collective.
It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands. So if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
Will these parts show up on any UC or Freestar security
No.
scanners?
You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business.
I'm always looking for an edge.
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business.
Mind helping me with my ship?
No, but just remember, I don't work for free.
I like to view and modify my ships.
Oh, yeah, nothing like changing it up to make a ship feel new again.
Alright. C-class weaponry. Nice. Shielded cargo. 700T. Yeah, I want to jump into the 900T. Here. Grav drive. Oh, you got Vanguard stuff. Nice. C-class. Power of 24. Stroud. I was looking for Tayo. Oh well. But I am going to be doing Crimson's fleet stuff, so a shielded cargo bay doesn't sound half bad. Scam Janner. Let's just do some basic shields for now. that'll leave me with 10 credits. And I'll warnings. Reduce mass or add engines. Alright.
What kind of name is SysDef anyway?
Okay. I didn't.
Professional